All right, today it's Thursday, October 13th, and we're doing math lesson 3.06, monster multiplication. It's pretty much a repeat of what we've been doing, but with story problems. And they teach you a strategy you can use to solve story problems called selfie. So we're going to take a quick look at that. You might have your own way of solving story problems, but working slowly and carefully is usually the best way to get through those. Math monster multiplication. What will we learn? We'll be able to solve word problems by fluently multiplying two multi-digit whole numbers. So we've been working on that standard algorithm, that way to multiply by lining them up vertically and multiplying. This time we're going to do it with story problems. Here we go, monster problems. They tell you to use the selfie checklist and do each step before you write your answer. So what are the selfie steps? So here we go. Here they are. Search for important information. If you're in class, you underline the important information. You guys can do that too, especially if you have a worksheet like you have today. I think the worksheet is actually in your notebook. Let's double check and make sure. So math. Oh, that's not math. Here it is. Mod 3. 3.06, math monster multiplication. So today's assignment is actually that you're going to print off the math monster multiplication for 3.06. And it's in your notebook. Yay. So here it is. This is your assignment today, is to print this one off and then solve it. I'm going to tell you right now, underlining the information on here is a great idea. I can look through and I can read it and say, Kenneth bought 345 packages of cookies. And I'm going to circle 345 packages of cookies. Each package had 64 cookies. How many cookies did Kenneth buy? Now I've circled the important information. I've underlined important information. That's step 1. 2, estimate the solution. Well, 315 is just about 300. 64 is kind of like 60. So 300 times 60, that would kind of like be 300 times 6 times 10. So 6 times 3 is 180. So 6 times 30 would be 1800, and 6 times 300 would be 18,000, and then times 10. So 180,000 cookies. Estimate a solution. Come up with something you think is a good guess. Write it down so that you'll be able to check and see if you're close. And you're probably not going to go that fast. Look for ways to solve it. In this case, I'm going to line my numbers up. Now here is a problem, you guys. If I put them here in this little space, I'm probably going to be sloppy and make mistakes. Much better idea is to grab another piece of paper. And then when you take a picture of both pieces of paper. So here I'm going to do number 1, and I'm going to write it down very carefully so that I don't make mistakes, and I can do the math on a big piece of paper where I can really spread it out. Okay, and at the top I'll do, just so I know, math 3.06. Really recommend you spread it out and do it on another piece of paper. Do not try to squish it in between the lines. It's just going to be sloppy unless you have miniature writing. See how sloppy it is on there? And then it's going to go down into the writing and be a big mess. Okay, find the solution, include all your math work, and explain and check your answers. And the one thing they didn't say on here is when you include all your math work, one of the things you have to include, and I'm going to say this loudly, is you have to include your labels. So for example, in this case, they're talking about packages of cookies. When I get my final answer, I'm going to want to write next to it, packages of cookies. So 4 times 5 is 20. I'm going to do this fast. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. 0, 30, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 times 6, 18. All right, 0, 6, 9, 10, 11. 9, 10. 2. Okay. My final answer is 20,000, and I thought it was going to be 18,000. 20,160 packages of cookies. I'm going to label my answer. So if I write on your work, please label your answer. That's what I'm talking about is I don't just want the answer. I want to know what they are. What are we talking about? Packages of cookies in this case. All right. Does that make sense? They didn't write that step on there, but I think that's a really important one. So selfie is one way to go through it. And then they take you through all those steps, the SELFIE, okay, on how to do multiplication. This is exactly like the multiplication you've been doing, except that you have to read the problem and pull the information out. Betsy walks 792 meters to her swimming pool. She walked there 83 times last year. How many meters did she walk in total going to the swimming pool last year? 83 times 792. So I search for the information. I estimate my answer. I look for how to solve it. In this case, the multiplication algorithm. And then I find the answer and then I label it. Look at Betsy walked 65,736 meters to her swimming pool last year, nicely labeled. Include all of my work and explain anything. The word times helped us know that you needed to times it. Okay. This assignment just kind of goes through some more practice and showing you through the steps. And at the end, it said, what did I learn? There's a little self-check review. And on page 5, it tells you to print this Math Monster Multiplication Masters, which is that page out of your notebook, and fill it out. We are not going to work on this in class today. Instead, I'm going to take you to this slideshow, and I'm going to put in the chat the link to the slideshow to everyone. And I'd like you to go to the slideshow. Actually, don't go to it quite yet. I'll put it in the chat in a minute. You're going to go to the slideshow, and I'm going to talk to you about how to go through filling in this chart. So each one of you is going to go to a different page in the slideshow. All right. I'm going to tell you what page you're going to right now. And when you get to that page, take a text box, put it on the page, and just put your name in it. So I'm going to be on page 1. You guys are going to be on each of the other pages. So let's go ahead and just say right now, Christian, you're going to go to page 2. Eli, you're going to go to page 3. Liam, you're going to go to page 4. Ev to page 5. Bree to page 6. Mila, you can have page 7. Anna, you can have page 8. Please go to your own page. Who am I missing right here? Who's invisible? Who is that? Amoy. Amoy, you can go to page 9. Did I get everyone? Okay, so I'm going to share that in the chat right now, and I want you guys to come onto the document and then go to the page that I suggested. Can you see that? Go to the page that I suggested. I'll keep my share on, but I want you on your own page working. And I think we can all edit this at once.
I got page 7.
So Christian's on page 2, Eli page 3, Liam page 4, Ev page 5, Bree page 6, Mila page 7, Anna page 8, and Amoy page 9. I think that should be it. There's 9 participants, 9 charts. Oh, good. I see you guys are on there. So here's what we're going to go through. What I'm going to talk about is our multiplication facts, and the fact that multiplication facts are not as tricky as they seem. So first of all, what is 0 times any number?
0.
0. So we're going to take this 0 column. 0 times 1 is 0. And you're going to just fill in your zeros. So click on the 1 and fill it in. 2 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. So everybody go ahead and edit your chart and fill in your zeros. 7 times 0 is 0. 8 times 0 is 0. And 9 times 0 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. I see you guys are filling them in. Good job. 0 times 6 is 0. 0 times 7 is 0. And you can just click your little thing in there. Uh-oh. Looks like you need to undo whatever you did, Amoy, because you lost all your lines. Oh, there you go. Let's not play with it, Amoy. Let's just fill it in quickly. All right. So now that we have the zeros, what's the next easiest one to do after 0, do you think?
1 times 1.
Ones. Let's do our ones. What's 1 times anything?
1 times anything is just itself.
It's just itself. So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Let's fill in those numbers on the chart. So you look up here and you say, where do they meet? 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. There we go. Fill in your ones. Look at how this chart is filling in fast. And then you go down and you say, well, 2 times 1 is also 2. 3 times 1 is also 3. 4 times 1 is also 4. Oops. 9. Okay, I'm looking to see how you guys are doing. It looks like I need to slow down a little bit. Christian, get yours filled in. Good job. Oh, somebody's working ahead. That's fine. Okay, Evie, get that filled in. Good. Oh, nobody's on number 6. Who's that supposed to be? Brianna, where are you? Are you still here? Hey, Bree, look in the chat. There is a document shared in the chat and you need to go to it to page 6, please. There it is in the chat. Go to page 6, Bree, put your name on the page and start filling in. 7 looks good. Just get those down the side there, Mila. Great. 8 looks great. You're almost there. Awesome. Who's at 9? Amoy was supposed to be at 9, but Amoy, I think, is at a different one. Oh, there's Bree. Bree's on 6. Good.
I'm on 3.
Why are you on 3, Amoy? So Eli's supposed to be on 3. Are you both on 3 or Eli, did you move? Eli, what are you on?
I'm on 6.
Why are you on 6? Brianna's supposed to be on 6.
I clicked it on accident.
Eli, go down to 9, please. Amoy was supposed to be on 9, but she went to 3. You guys have to go to the right one or else it messes other people up. So Eli, go to 9. Amoy, you can stay on 3. And Eli, you're going to have to catch up. Okay, back to mine. All right. What do you think is the next easiest fact to do?
2.
2s. Okay, you know your 2s. So like 2, 4, 6, 8. We can just count up. 2 times 2 is? What is it, guys?
4.
4. 2 times 3 or 3 times 2 is?
6.
4 times 2 or 4 and 4. We're just doubling. 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. What do you think 2 times 5 is?
10.
12. 7 and 7, 14. 8 and 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 9 and 9, 18. If you don't remember what 2 times 9 is, but you know what 2 times 8 is, all you have to do is add another 2, right? And then we go down this way. 3 times 2. We know that those numbers can change around. They can associate with each other differently, the associative property. 4 times 2 is 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 14. Wow, there's not too many that we don't know now. 15. Oh no, not 15. 16 and 18. Great. See how you guys are doing. Filling them in. Make sure you go down this way too. Who is that? Christian, you need to go over here, honeybee, and make sure, like, look at your first one. You have 0 times 1 is 1. It's not. It's 0, right? Let me get Luis on here with us. Hey, Luis, if you go to the, sorry guys, edit, undo. I wasn't on the chat thing. I was trying to go into chat for Luis. Luis, if you look in the chat right now, there's a link. If you go to that document and you go to the 10th slide, please put your name on it. I'll actually put your name on it right now. If you go to slide 10, you'll see it says Luis. We are just filling in our math facts. So please go on to that document, Luis, and start filling in your math facts. All right, looks like Christian, I need you to go up and down on the side over here. So go over to the left column and fill in your zeros all the way down like you did across the top. Okay, and also, Christian, if you're counting by twos, 2, 4, 6, what should be 2 times 4? Oh, there you go, good. Go get those in there first. Great. And let's see, number 3, this is Amoy. Amoy, I want you to do your up and down ones before you go across. So go over here to the left and fill in your 1 column all the way down and your 2 column all the way down. Okay. Liam is zipping right along, good. And Evie's in great shape, already doing some more. Brianna, I'm not seeing too much there, Brianna. Nope, you're doing 0 times 0 right here, which is 0, right? Then you're doing 1 times 0, which is 0. Then you're doing 2 times 0, which is 0. So you're looking at the number on the left times the number above it. Yeah, so go ahead and keep filling
I
in.
thought we were going this way.
You're just filling in all your columns. So right now we have our zeros filled in, our 1s filled in, and our 2s filled in. Anna, good job. Keep going with your 2s going down. Perfect. So what's underneath 4 if you're going down? 3 times 2 is, nope. If you're counting down, it's 2, 4. Yep. Okay, now go below that one. Perfect. Who's on number 9? Eli, make sure you get those filled in right. Yeah, those are zeros, buddy. Because that's 2 times 0. See the column above it? So those are all zeros. Yeah. And then you got 1 times 1 right here, Eli. So these are all 1s. It's not plus, it's times. Yeah, exactly. And go fix them at the top too, okay? Good. And Luis, good job. You're getting started. So go across the top too, Luis, and you're going to fill in your zeros up there, right? And then you're going to do your 1 times. Perfect. Let's go to the next easiest one. What do you think the next fact that's super easy is? I saw some people skip here to 5. What do you think? Should we go by 5s?
Yeah.
Okay, let's fill in our 5s. So let's see, 0, 5, 10. 3 times 5 is? Friends, what's 3 times 5?
15.
10, 15, perfect. Let's do our 5s. Those are super easy. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 5s is 25. 6 5s is 30. On the chart, it's a lot easier because you can kind of see what comes before and after. But what I'd like you to realize is it's easy when you're doing math too. If you can't remember a fact, go to the one before or the one after. Okay. All right. If I've got my 5s going this way, I'm going to do my 5s this way. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. So at this point, we're to the harder ones, but they're really not that hard. Let's look at some patterns in the chart, okay? For example, let's look at our 4s. How many times 2 is 4? What times 2 equals 4, guys? Somebody needs to answer.
2.
2. So if you know your 2s really easily, you can just double them for your 4s. So if 1 2 is 2, then 1 4 is 4. If 2 2s is 4, then 2 4s is 8. Look at that. They're just doubling. If 3 2s is 6, then 3 4s is 6 doubled. What is that? What is 6
16.
doubled? 6 and 6 makes?
16.
Nope. 6.
Wait, 12. 12.
12. Okay, so if you're good at doubling, then you can just say, well, I don't even have to know my fours. As long as I know my twos, I can double them. 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 6 to 12. If 4 twos is 8, then 4 fours is going to be twice that much. What's 8 plus 8?
16.
16. And if you want to, if you fill in your 16 at 4 times 4, you can go and look at it going up and down too. So like I've done 4, 8, 12, 16, 4, 8, 12, 16, right? Then we have the next one. We have 20. These are just counting by 4, aren't they? If 6 twos is 12, then 12 doubled, or 6 fours is 24. Do you see the pattern there? So if I know that 7 twos is 14, I just have to double 14 to know what 7 fours is. It's just twice as many. If 8 twos is 16, then I have to double 16. That's a little hard, but that's 10 and 10 and 6 and 6. That's 20 plus 12, 32. 2 nines is 18. 18 and 18 is 20, 36. And then I can double check by saying, is this 4 more? Yep, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 4 is 16, plus 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24. And now I can go put the 24 here. Plus 4 is 28. I can put the 28 here. Plus 4 is 32. I can put the 32 here. Plus 4 is 36. I can put the 36 there. Wow, we don't have that many facts left to go. This is going to be easy. Great job. Let's see how everybody's doing. Get those fours filled in, Christian. Christian, we're not even doing the threes yet. I don't even think we've done the threes, have we? Nope, we haven't even done the threes yet, Christian. So go to your fours, because the fours are just doubling your twos.
These are easies.
Good. That looks good, Christian. Let's see here. Amoy. Good job. If you've already got them across the one way, Amoy, you don't even have to think too hard. If you look at your pattern for 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 going across, it should be the same pattern going down. Great. Liam's almost there. Evie's doing great. Can you get your fours? You've got your fours filled in up and down. Now do your ones across, Evie. So look at your fours going across and just fill in the same facts. Okay, Bree, nope. So Bree, when you did the zeros, I think you're not understanding how the chart is working. The chart means that you take the number on the left and you slide across and look at what's above it and you times them together. So 0 times anything is going to be 0. So this whole top column is going to be 0. 0 times 5 is 0, 0 times 6 is 0, 0 times 7 is 0, 0 times 8 is 0, 0 times 9 is 0. Now the next column's all 1 times it. So what's 1 times 1, Bree? It's going to be 1, right? 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, it's going across this way. 1 times the number. I don't think can you see my cursor on your screen? I've got it shared on my screen. Yep. Go and fix it, okay? So I'm going to erase your answers that are wrong, and I want you to go in and look at it a little more carefully, because I don't think you understood how the chart was working. Okay. Okay. 3 times 5, good. 2 times 5, 10. 1 times 5, 5. Perfect.
7, 14.
So you need to go fix all of these, Bree, and get them filled in properly. Okay. So what's 1 times 3 at the top there?
42.
Should be 3, right? And then you're going to go down this way and do it the same way. 1 times 2 is 2. Good. Let's see who this is. Anna, you're doing great. Looks spectacular. Good. And Luis, looks like you're doing great too. You're totally getting it. Good. Good. You got your fours going across. Now do your fours. I mean, you got your fours up and down. Do your fours across and match them up. So you already have the fact for 3 times 4 is 12 up here. Just add it there. Yeah. So if you look at your fours going up and down, you can just fill in the answers across. Great. Okay, let's go back to number 1, and I want to show you a trick with the 3s. So you know your 3s pretty well. What's 3 times 3? Guys, what's 3 times 3?
6.
That's 3 plus 3. What's 3 times 3? 3 and 3 and 3, 9. Now, if I know that 3 3s is 9, and I know 6 is double 3, all I have to do is double my 9 to get my 6s. So what's 9 plus 9?
18.
Yep. So I've filled in 9 and 18 at the same time. Look at 3 and 6 filled in at the same time, 6 and 12, 9 and 18, because 3 is half of 6. So I can just double it. I don't have to know my 6s. I only have to know my 3s. See, 4 3s is 12. So 6 3s is 24. 5 3s is 15. So 6 3s is 30. 6 3s, let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 and 18 is 20, 36. There we go. 7 3s is 21. That's 18, 19, 20, 21. If I double 21 for my 6s, that's 42. Look at all this doubling is so useful. 3 8s. 8 and 8 is 16, and one more 8 is 24. 24 doubled is 48. That's my 6s. 3 9s is 27. 27 doubled is 54. Wow, that's 9 6s. All right, now I can go put these 3s and 6s up here. So let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 24 and 27. Now, have we had to memorize anything really? Or have we been able to figure the whole thing out just by reasoning? Okay, I've got my 6s down. I've got my 6s not quite done across. Let's see, 36, then 42. 6 times 8 was 48. And 6 times 9 was 54. Here's a secret that people don't know about math facts. It's a lot better to understand math facts than memorize them. When I was a kid, we memorized them, and then I would just get them confused all the time because I'd be like, oh, is 6 times 7 42, or is 6 times 7 54? And I couldn't remember them. But if you think about it like, well, I don't know my 6 times 7, but I know 7 times 3 is 21, and I know that 6 is going to be twice that because it's twice as much as 3. Instead of 7 groups of 3, I have 7 groups of 6. 6 is twice 3. Well, so if I know 3 times 7 is 21, I instantly know I can double it. So that's useful. Hi, Miss Janny, Maestra Janny. We're going through the times table. I shared a link with the kids, and actually I would love to have you come on here and help some individuals. Oh, I did it again. Just a second. I keep putting the link into the chart. Okay.
I know how that goes.
So actually what I'd love to have you do is I'll give you the link to this chart too. And then I'm going to have you go in a breakout room with Brianna and work with her on this a little bit. So here's the link to the chart. Brianna is working on slide. What are you on, Bria? Are you on slide? That's Eli. Who's this? Anna, Luis, Mila. Where did Brianna go? Are you on 6? Yeah, she's on slide 6 and isn't quite understanding how the chart lines up. I think I didn't do a great job of explaining that. So the multiplication chart. So
We'll
if you
work
go
together on it.
Yeah, and I'll set up a breakout room right now for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Breakout rooms. Let me see if I can do it from here. Maybe. Okay, let participants choose room. So why don't you guys go to room 1, Brianna? Open all rooms. Okay.
Okay, well, I'll see you in room 1, Brianna.
Oh, she's there already. Yep. Okay, thank you. Okay, friends. So when we think of the times tables, we always think, oh, I have to memorize all those facts. We have not had to memorize a single fact. We've been able to figure it all out. So I would like to ask you now, which one do you think is the next easiest? 7s, 8s, or 9s? Do you see any that we could double to get to? What about 8? What is half of 8? Somebody speak up. What's half of 8?
4.
4. So if we go to our 4s, let's see if the 8s are double. 4, 8, 8, 16, 12, 24. Are they double? Oh my gosh,
Yes.
they are, right? So if this one was 28, if 7 4s is 28, what is double 28? 20 and 20 is 40. 8 and 8 is 16, or 2 times 8 is 16. 40 and 16 is 56, right? And I can fill it in over here too, 56. Then if I want to double my my 8s here, I go to my 4s. 8 times 4 is 32. What is 32 doubled? Can somebody help me out here? What is 32 doubled, do you think?
32 doubled.
Christian, how would I double 32? 30 plus 30 is? Yep, go ahead, Anna, say it. 64. So right here I can put 64. And then my last one, let's see, 9 8s. Well, let's look at what 9 4s was 36. So if I double 36, 30 plus 30 is 60, and 6 and 6 is 12. What is 60 plus 12? Anybody help me out here? What is 60 plus 12? Oh, there we go. I see Luis put it into the chat. 72. And I can put that over here. Now, you guys, we have done the whole math fact chart by using doubling. We knew that 2 doubled is the 4 column. 4 doubled is the 8 column. We did 3, we doubled it and came up with the 6 column, right? We are left with 4 math facts to figure out, which isn't very hard. Now, my trick, there's lots of tricks with 9s, but my trick is to think of 9 as 10 and then count backwards. So instead of 9 9s, if I think of 10 9s, that's going to be 90, but 1 less 9, what is 90 minus 9?
81.
81, there it is. And if you look at this, 8 9s would be, if I did 8 10s, it would be 80. And then I minus one of them. So I minus 8 from that. And it's 72, right? Because instead of 8 9s, I pretended it was 8 10s. So I came up with 8 extra numbers. Now, if I had 7 10s, that would be 70. And if I took 7 away from that, because each of those 10s is 1 too many, what would 70 minus 7 be?
63.
Yep. So the same thing here. If I take 6, pretend times it's 6 times 10, it would be 60 minus 6 is 54. 50 minus 5 is 45. 40 minus 4 is 36. 30 minus 3 is 27. 20 minus 2. So 9s aren't very hard because you can think of them as 10s and then just subtract. So now we've done the entire multiplication chart and we haven't had to memorize a single fact. I am going to tell you that the 7 times 7 is a little tricky. I mean, there's no way to double it or have it. You just have to learn this one. So friends, yes, you have to memorize your math fact, your one math fact. What is 7 times 7? Does anybody know?
49.
49. Yep. This is the only hard math fact, friends. It's the only one that is hard. So that's the one you have to learn. There's your hard memorization. You have to memorize 7 times 7 is 49. The rest of it you can kind of figure out. At this point, you may choose to go into a breakout room and work with a friend. You may choose to stay on here and work with me. Christian, make sure you're filling them up and down too. So since you've already got your 3s across this thing, fill in the 3s up and down using your chart across. So you have 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Just put those here. 21, 24, right? 27. So just look at your chart up above and it'll show you what to fill in at the bottom. You don't have to do it all again. Okay. It looks like everybody pretty much got this. Eli and Bree, you're back on the same chart. Why? Eli, why are you popping around? Now you're on Mila's chart. Where are you, Eli? There you are.
I was.
All right. So Eli, you know, a lot of times on one of these multiplication charts, they have 10, but I don't have 10 on this. And so you've just told me that 1 times 9 is 10. You need to look at these again. 1 times 1 is 1, 2, right? Fill it in carefully. You got it right the other way. And then these are also wrong because that's not 10. Okay. And look at 2 times 2. You've written 6 here. 2 times 2 is not 6, right? So Eli, I'm going to stay here and work with you. I'm going to stop my share for a minute and I'm going to let other kids choose breakout rooms if they want. I think it's on that. I think the breakout rooms are open and I think you can choose.
Okay, so I've.
You guys see that? So don't go to room 1 because Ms. Jenny is in there. But the other rooms are open if you want to go there. And I'm going to stop my